Sup YouTube, it's your boy Big Al coming back to you. Been off for a little bit, been chilling, got back on the road, haven't been doing no videos. Been running pretty heavy. Took some time off for Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's how I usually do it my carrier, because they know I'm gonna run hard. Plus I'm gonna run hard till February because I got a child due. So I'm gonna be blessed with a baby boy. And shout out to my fiance Kristen, a very good supporting woman, very beautiful woman, and very smart. Hey baby, I'm just joking. all right, enough of that. All right, so let's get to what we're here for today. All right, so I'm gonna have 3 videos this week on tips because I'm kind of lacking, so I'm gonna make up for what I missed. All right, the first video gonna be talking about weighing. That's a really big one. I got a couple questions about weighing. The second one was about what should I bring on the truck. I'm sorry. I need tools, snacks, stuff, just stuff to make it more comfortable on the truck. And I got a couple products, like, you see my little storage bin. I had another one where it was vertical. I done had all kind of storage. I just go around and try to find stuff like IKEA style stuff to put in the truck for storage, because that's the one main thing about trucks. Because my pet peeve is I hate having the top bunk down and not having storage. You know what I'm saying? I like to have all my lights and my freedom. Now if I have a student, it's a different thing. The next thing we're going to talk about is the Qualcomm PeopleNet. What is it? Qualcomm PeopleNet, Zonar, and it's another one, Bluetree. I've yet to see Bluetree but in one company. But what I'm going to explain is going to apply to each one of those. Okay, they're just going to be in different locations. So let's get into the weighing portion. Alright, I'm not talking about the maxi fleets. I'm not talking about the tag axles out west. If you haven't seen a West Coast running maxi fleet truck, meaning they'll have 4 axles on the tandems of the trailer, and they'll have 3 drop axle on the truck. That's called a maxi fleet. And that's because if you ever go up in the western areas, you see how terrible the roads are because we carry so much weight. But this is for regular combination, tractor trailer, 5 axles, dual or super single. Now I haven't ran with super single, but from what I understand, the law still applies to the same. So we have to understand that there are 3 things that we have to worry about: the steers, the drives, and the tandem weights. A lot of states will let you. We already know the max we can have on the truck is 80,000 pounds. That's with your persons and all your crap and everything. We already know that's the bulk of what we can carry. Alright, with that being said, on the steers you can be 12,000. Okay, on drives you can be max 34,000. Okay, and on your tandems you can be 34,000. Well, that equals 80,000, so that's how we got the poundage. Okay, now with that being said, sliding your tandems to from fifth wheel to from, I'm gonna make it simple as possible. People are like, well, what tip can you give me I'm struggling, I don't have my trainer with me. First of all, you should be able to call your trainer. If the trainer didn't give you his phone number, then he failed you. Okay, first of all, the one main thing for tandems, the one main thing, no matter what you do for weighing, on your tandems, on the trailer, you always slide towards the problem. You always slide towards the problem. Alright. So, I got a little graph here. Boom. Alright, so I got a drive axle heavy, and I have a tandem axle heavy. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to explain slide towards the problem. As you can see, the only thing I'm telling you to slide is this area here. This is the only thing you're sliding on this, what I'm talking about now. Okay, this is why you want tail heavy freight. Okay, so I'm 34,900 pounds on the drives, 31,000 pounds on the tandems. Okay, the problem is here. My tandems are to the rear. I have a bad illustration down there. I should have put the tandems a little bit forward, but you know, it's a drawing, so you'll get the idea. So to get 900 pounds from here to here, all you have to do is slide forward. Slide your tandems. It's a preference. If you got the small holes, okay, it's 250 to 250 a pound, somewhere around in that range. It's not exact. On the big holes, it's 500 pounds. You will know the difference when you see them, trust me. But you would lock out your air, pop your pins, everything, then you would slide the tandems forward, meaning you will back the truck up. Okay, meaning you will back the truck up, and that's how you put more weight on your tandems. So you would slide up. Okay, if we got 900 pounds, then it's gonna be kind of hard to, let's just say each one of my pins hold 100 pounds. You'll slide 9 holes just to get it right. Theoretically speaking, this is not good for, this is not on the number. Okay, this is not like accurate. Okay, so if each hole on this trailer represents 900 pounds, I'm going to slide forward 9 holes, meaning I want my trailer tandems to come 1, 2, 3. You want to come up 9 holes. All right, meaning you're going to go backwards. So your tandem should be closer to your truck. All right, get it? Slide towards the problem. It's heavy here, so I'm going to slide forward to my problem. Okay, same thing down here. Down here we are 35,000 here, 33,000 here, 11,000 here. We're good here. We're good here, but we're heavy here. So we got to slide towards the problem. Okay, now my tandems will be back over right about here ish, unless you got loaded wrong. All right, you will slide the tandems back, i.e. sliding towards your problem. All right, so now the question that I was asked from a guy in this company is, what if this is heavy? That's great you asked. Okay, boom. Okay, we're 12,400 pounds. We're 33.6 and 34. We're okay here. We're okay here. We're not okay here. Now, this comes to the point where if you have a slidable fifth wheel, this is the point you want to, you know what I'm saying, you want to pay attention. Now, this guy actually had his fifth wheel in this slide. This is all the way forward. All right, now he closed it all the way forward because his DM told him to get the best fuel mileage to close the gap between the trailer and the truck. Guys, if you're running West Coast, if you're running heavy loads, the only way you're going to truly kill fuel mileage is run 55 miles an hour to 58 miles an hour. That's proven. Slower you go, less fuel you burn. Alright, don't worry about all the gimmickies, the wind jammers, the little couplings that go up the side, all the fairings and crap. The only way you're truly going to get good fuel mileage, go slow. Slow it smooth, smooth it fast. And if you're just coming out the gate, I'm not going to tell you to run 70 miles an hour. And if you in a truck that runs 70 miles an hour, more power to you. Especially if you're running a reefer. Like, a lot of people going to say, oh, left lane gang and all this and that. But them the same people that's going to get to the shipper. What kills me real quick before we start is, everybody want a fast truck. But if you got a fast truck and your appointment ain't till Monday, and you haul tail down the road going 75, 80 miles an hour, you're just going to get there early. You're going to see it. You're not going to drop it. I mean, so what's the point in rushing? Take your time, see the country, do what you got to do. Save, manage your clock. All right, manage your clock, manage your fuel, bigger bonuses, whatever. Because where I'm at, it's actual. You can actually make the bonus. But back to this. 12.4, 33.6. Now, how am I gonna get this weight here? So I can't slide. So you got to slide this. Like I said, he started with his fifth wheel all the way in the front. Now you're gonna have these notches under there that go way back, way back. He should have started out with his fifth wheel here or back. So the new Cascadias, I think if you got a Fontaine fifth wheel, or can't remember, but you got 3 latches in there. It's not the one latch like the can't think of the name of that one either right offhand, but I know it because I've installed quite a few in my day. It's Fontaine, and if somebody know the other one, drop it in the comment section. All right, it's gonna be 3 to 4 little latches here. When you hit the fifth wheel lock, that's what you're gonna hear. You're gonna get out and lower your landing gear and take just a little pressure off the drives. Now you're gonna say, why would I do that? Because if you've ever slid your fifth wheel or tried to slide your fifth wheel with the landing gear up, fully loaded, you already know why I'm telling you to do this. It's gonna feel like you're killing something. All right, just don't do it. This is the safest way and easiest way to do it without ripping something or tearing something. Lower your landing gear, okay, just where you take enough pressure off the fifth wheel. I mean, off the drives. Well, how do I know if I got it higher? Well, 9 times out of 10, if you're in a new model truck, you got airbags. So when you roll it all the way down and you get a little pressure off, you'll hear your airbags trying to lift up. Okay, go ahead and lift your fifth wheel. Lower your landing gear down so you take a little pressure off the drives. All right, then you go in and park and brake only. Yellow knob, park and brake only. Push in, hit drive. If you're in a stick shift, I'm in the automatic. So automatic, you'll back up on the fifth wheel. You pull forward. You want to rock it. You want to get those latches out. Okay. You want to jump out and make sure your latches are out before you do this. Okay. Now, with that being said, you want to do the same thing. You want to do the opposite of the tandems with the fifth wheel. You want to slide away from the problem with the fifth wheel. Okay, people be like, huh? I'm confused now. The tandems slide away. Fifth wheel slide. I'm sorry, I just messed that all up. Tandems slide towards the problem. All right. Fifth wheel slide away from the problem. Okay. Now, if you're heavy on the drives and you need to shift a little bit to the steer but can't go to the tandems, shift it to the front. Okay. If you're heavy on the steer and need to put some on the drives, you're gonna slide your fifth wheel to the back. It's common sense. Okay. At that point, you got the fifth wheel down. Okay. You got the landing gear down. You got the fifth wheel release. Parking brake. You don't rock the truck. Reset the parking brake. Joe jump out. Check your fifth wheel. Make sure your latches are released. All right. Once your latches are released, now it's not gonna be as smooth as the tandems where it just doom. It's gonna bounce a little bit in the slide. It's gonna be some jerking involved. Okay. Now, people say, well, how am I supposed to know? Each notch is usually about 250 to 150 pounds around, depending on what. It all depends on the makeup of the truck, so it varies. But most of them around 250. You can bet each notch will shift 250 pounds probably at a minimum. That's how I see it when I'm weighing. All right, so when you slide, you want to give it a little gas. Give it a little gas, give it a little gas. Go out with a marker, and mark where you want the teeth at on the fifth wheel. That's the easiest way to learn how to do it. People go buy these gadgets where they can set it in the axle, stuff like that. I got a tip for that too. But for the fifth wheel, this is what I'm gonna teach. You go out and mark with your marker or pen or spit or whatever you're gonna do with some dirt, mud, whatever. You can take axle grease, grab your little grease off the apron and, you know, hit it, and you're gonna slide it back. Once you get it in, this is key. This is key. Once you get your latches in, make sure before you let those landing gear up and start rolling, you unlock that fifth wheel. You lock it back in, you rock it, and you go out and manually check. Go out and manually check to make sure those teeth are in on both sides. Alright, then you let your landing gear up. It's a fail safe. It's a fail safe to let the landing gear up last, because you gotta let the landing gear up. So if you get out to go let the landing gear out, double check your teeth. Always double check your teeth. Go around way, come back. If it's not where you want, repeat the process, so on, so on. That's self-explanatory. Alright, here's a tip for sliding tandems. Alright, so you have your tandems all the way forward, okay, and you are in the fifth hole, and you say, okay, I need to go 5 more holes. Okay, jump in your truck, get everything released and ready to move. Okay, once you get ready to move your tandems, bounce it. Get the latches unlocked. You will know, because you'll hear it. If you got the window down, you'll hear it. Sometimes you'll feel it, depending. When you start to pull forward, take your foot off the clutch or the brake, whichever one you got, and let the truck do it itself. Okay, now if it's not rolling by itself, you give it just a little gas to get it rolling, or a little clutch to get it going. Now while you're moving forward, you're gonna go 1001, 1002, 1003, stop, bang, pop your brake, go out, check. Guarantee you'll be around the 5th or 6th hole. You'll be around 5 or 6 holes. So for every 3 seconds, it's like you got to do it 1001, 1002, 1003, and that's usually 5 holes, 5 to 6, depending on how fast you're going. Okay, so that's my tip for weighing. Another thing I was asked was how to load a trailer. Okay, they're gonna say, okay, how do you want the boards in here? Okay, they're gonna say, do you want do you want 1 pallet here, 2? All right, they call that coiling. Do you want it coiled? Do you want it offset where you got a pallet here, a pallet here, a pallet here, a pallet here? All right, meaning that this pallet is gonna be cattle corner for this one, and then cattle corner for this one. Or do you want 2 pallets in the front, 1 pallet, and then 2 pallets? Basically the same as that, but they're just gonna do it different. Okay, they're gonna put 1, 2, 1, or 2, 1, 1. All right, biggest thing on that, and I'm gonna wrap this up on weighing. Always, 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 you want the tail heavy on the trailer. The reason being, if you got a fixed 5th wheel, you're already jammed up if you get the front loaded. Okay, you want the tail loaded heavy so you can slide the tandems easier. That is the easiest process to getting weighed correctly. Not super heavy, but a little heavy. Just say nose 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Now if they can't do the boards like that, go 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. All right, now if you just maxing out, if they saying we're gonna put 33,000 on you, just pray that you went in there with a quarter of a tank. Other than that, you don't better get the load. But always remember that when you go into a shipper and a receiver, never fill up. Never fill up when you go into a shipper and receiver. If you do, it's okay. You might have to have them take some boards off, or you might have to ride dirty 30. No, never ride dirty 30. I'm just joking. Never. But always remember, go in. If they ask you how much weight you can take, okay, and this is my synopsis of it. No matter who it is, go in there and say, for a reefer, I can take 42,500 pounds. Anything after that, it's gonna get a little iffy. It's gonna get a little shaky, you know what I mean? So drive in, I can take 43. I know this because I've been in both sides. Flatbed, it depends. Basically, they can max you out, but it all, if they ask, what can you take? The max weight you can take, those what you need to tell them, okay? Remember, tandems slide towards the problem. Trailer tandems slide towards the problem. Fifth wheel, slide away from the problem. And make sure you double check all pins on tandems and your fifth wheels before you pull out. That is the biggest ticket of your life if you pull into an inspection station and your pins are not locked into your trailer. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is load securement. Just because they give you 2 load locks doesn't mean that you don't need them, okay? Or 2 straps and say, oh, I don't need them. All right, if it's a double stack pallet, you need no more than 3 load locks. If you put 4 in there, I mean, you can put as many as you want in there and think the freight is gonna be okay. But a lot of people put the airbags in there. They put different protective measures in there so it won't flip and fall over and stuff like that. But it's up to you to secure that load, and it's just not putting one across the middle. A lot of us do it. If it's a high, if it's stacked tight, just put 2 on there, bang, you good to go. But when it's coming from different avenues, like if they put a single pallet in the middle, you want to make sure that pallet is good, or at least it has something where they offset it where the pallets are at least midway to the corners of the pallet, so it won't tip over or slide backwards. I done had quite a few shifted loads, because some people don't allow you to go onto the dock to secure it, and so you can't do anything about it. The only thing you can do is secure the rear. But always low locks, always, regardless. I don't care if the pallet's this high or whatever, always use secure me. Last but not least, remember to try and understand your weights before you go. Always know where the nearest cat scale is before you leave. Always know where the nearest weigh house is. That's where Trucker Path comes into business. They don't take excuses where I just got weighed, I'm going to the weigh station. Unfortunately, they don't take that. Always trip plan. Always trip plan. And the biggest thing that you need to know about weighing is know your empty weight. Know your empty weight. Always. For one day, just pull in, and if your company's paying for the ticket, I wouldn't worry about it. Just pull in and get an empty weight. Always know your empty weight. Always. Empty full and empty with a quarter of a tank of fuel. Always know your weight. Alright? And that's all I pretty much got. So this your boy Big Al, looking for some more videos from me the rest of the week. I'll show you guys, I'll show some videos on weighing, like the sliding and actual things or whatever, later on this week. But this your boy Big Al. Stay up, stay straight, stay safe, and I salute every single one of y'all and appreciate every single one of y'all watch this video. Thumbs up, down if you like it, critique it, whatever. Shoot me an inbox. Flamingo Team 6 on Instagram. Flamingo Team 6 on Snapchat. I think I told you guys wrong earlier. And BigAl1114@gmail.com for any questions. Alright, this your boy Big Al 1114. Y'all stay up, stay straight, stay safe, and salute. Holla.